Alright, is this... A little bit longer. Wash my hands. Wait, relax. I don't think I washed my hands since I got home, actually. It's kind of gross. Ran a bunch of errands. Is the ocean coming up? See, sometimes I feel like I've got it too loud. Are they just ever really explained? I guess it is. It's the Dark Chronicle, isn't it? What was that, 2 minutes? That looks about perfect. 8:30? Yeah, that's about perfect. Okay, so here's the question. Does it matter where I just don't know, man. Oh, I just don't know. Alright, so... I genuinely don't know what to do. How does one determine what's right and wrong in this situation? Last time I went fishing, I wasn't catching anything. Excuse me. Okay, maybe I should shut the window. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh my god. My throat is dry and my eyes are watering. And I'm instantly backed up. Okay, maybe the windows being open wasn't a great idea. But it's so nice. I feel like I'm actually dying. Classic 31. Let's try. That was like 2 feet. big ass fish. What the fuck? Oh, dude, don't tell me it was supposed to be a giant. I just think that's out far enough. I don't know how this game works. I got nothing. Oh, I'm standing in the perfect spot though. Hell yeah. Gorgeous, baby. Gorgeous. Okay. Not at all what I want, and I got a bigger fish from casting short. Damn. What if it is true though? Like, you don't want to cast further out. What if those people are actually? Oh God! What if the stupid people are right and they don't even know it? Oh my God! They're like, no, you don't want to cast that far out. But like, what if there is like? What if it's like 60 flight or something like that? I think I waited too long there. Damn. I almost wish I played on emulator just so I could see those glitched squares. Because I bet there's just a line of squares of water that have been like generated along the back out of bounds wall, and you just have to be in there somewhere. You don't have to be in the furthest point. You just have to be in that section of water. Oh, it's a baby. Alright, what time do we have? active monster transformation, I guess. Pro V levels 22 through. I just don't have the heart to sit here and reset my PS2 over and over and over. If I'm being real with you. I can't find any evidence that it's bad for the PS2, but the thing's fucking almost 30 years old. I don't think flipping the green switch multiple times is good for it. I wonder if I'll be fast enough to get this done. Probably not. Oh no. How are we doing? I'll take that. Wonderful. Perfect. Not what I wanted to do. Oh. Brilliant. Let's just grab that real quick. Hey, Carp! How's it going? I'm not actually gonna fish right now. It drove me insane after 12 minutes. I wish I could fish like I used to, but I'm officially, I think, at my end. I officially need my own abstract advocate. But, alas. Oh, nice. Thank you very much for stopping by. I am just doing Dark Cloud 2's most boring grind, so honestly, I wouldn't be offended if you swung over to Duckies, but thank you so much for being here. I am currently grinding up the monster transformations. Well, actually, this is like one of the greatest things in the game. Look at him go. Isn't he wonderful? Oh, nice. Well, if I have yet, anyways, I'm using super overpowered weapons. The Dark Cloud and the 5-star armlet, which you can't really see, to essentially chuck hollow purples from Jujutsu Kaisen at people. And then I turn into a little frog and I collect these orbs to level them up. Because the frog is super weak. Actually, what level is he? 24, yes. If I get him to level 26, he'll evolve into a stronger frog, or shoot. I'd have to check online. I don't actually know. He turns into like a Gorgon, kind of like a snake Medusa woman. It was basically, I think think I was talking to Devil about. You might have been there. It was just a throwaway line. But Devil said it was really a shame that this game got marketed as a Zelda killer because it essentially turned off everybody who liked Zelda. Yeah, okay, yeah. It was a really bad move on their part. And I mean, like, you don't even have to admit it. I'll admit it for pretty much everybody. We were all obsessed with this versus that back then. It was literally how it was. It was the competition. It was weird. But honestly, I don't even remember getting this game. I had to think hard on it the other day because I thought to myself, like, I don't even know if I, like, bought this game or my brother did. It might have been one of the few games that, like, a friend left at my house or something. Which is wild, too, because, like, Zelda's, it's, like, it is its own thing now. Like, they're not even following their own formula anymore. So, like, there just really is no competition for Dark Cloud right now, but it'll never happen. If it does happen, I don't know what's gonna happen of it. Because for the last 2 years, I've been doing nothing but playing level 5 games. And, like, it's wild. Oh, I have not gotten an ABS flip in a while. Is that another coin? Yes! What's crazy is, like, now more than ever, Level 5 and Sony could release, like, just the best version of Dark Cloud, and it'd be insane. Or, we were talking about it. We still didn't come up with a name for it. Yeah, and the wildest thing is a lot of the assets are from the original. There's some upscaling. But one of my favorite things from playing the 2 games this last year has been, like, seeing what enemies are directly from it. I don't even know if it needs that, though. Like, that's the saddest part. It would be amazing. I'd love it. The town building aspect would be insane. But, like, I was just talking about this. Survival games and stuff like that, it's crazy. Survival games, town builders, JRPGs. Yeah, you can build towns. Have you not seen that part yet? Have we been... Have we been grinding too much that you actually haven't gotten to see any of the town building? There's no way. Has nobody shown you town building? Oh my god, let me get out of here. Yeah. The town building's even better, and oh my, I'm so sorry. Yeah, there's town building. That's so funny. It's like... Oh, that's so crazy. So yeah, it's called Giorama. It's technically, like, the biggest draw of this game. Not for, obviously, the people that you ended up watching. We're all grinders. But, no, the Giorama in the first game is more soulful. So, like, you'll build houses and shops and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, this is Tanya's place. Tanya lives in a giant tree. But in the second game, the one I'm playing, it's more like you build Tanya's house, and Tanya lives in what you want Tanya to live in. I got here last week, Devil was playing Kingdom Hearts. Oh, that's right! Wow, I can't believe you stuck around. Thank you. That's incredible. Usually people don't cross games. That's crazy. I actually have a Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough. I'm not going to do it today because I'm doing this right now. If you ever wanted to see me play it, I would play it if you were hanging around. Yeah, I'm getting Roxas to level 36 and then moving on. I was going to do 99, but when I learned about the damage ceiling in Kingdom Hearts 2, I was just like, oh, what's the point? I might as well just get air combo and I think it's damage drive. And I was like, I might as well move on. Wonderful. Well, here, I don't know if you care, but I have to level up another monster to 25. Should I do this Darkling or Spider? I think this is Spider Lady 1. Yeah, Spider Lady 1. Skeleton Soldier. Level 1. This is the one I've already done. Imp level 76. I already started this one, sadly. And then there is Sewer Rat. Shit. What's really funny is so far she's the most expensive one, so it's hilarious that you picked her. She does deserve it. Oh god, I haven't played as her in so long. I'm zooming. So the monster transformation is like super cool, but it's terrible. You have to spend so much time doing what I'm doing right now, switching between the characters, leveling them up. We got Spider Lady levels 1 through 2. But once they're level 76, they're actually really strong, and you can use them whenever you want. However, nobody wants to actually play the game that much, so it's kind of worthless. But I am currently in Chapter 4, while glitched into Chapter 6 to get more experience. So, like, I've done a bunch of glitches to do stuff, and I am leveling up my monsters sooner than I'm supposed to, as, like, an ultimate challenge. But let me finish this dungeon, and I will show you how you can build towns, and then, eventually... Yeah, no, I mean, it's so good. I like any game where you get to play as the monsters, but, like... So, like, you can attack and then, like, again, shoot, like, a shadow ball. But they're just so weak. Nobody's really sure what happened with the monsters. They're not sure if, like, they just made them too weak by accident, and they were supposed to be super overpowered. Or, okay, she can, like, not interact with this chest. This is weird. I'm gonna switch. Or if they messed up on the experience and they were supposed to, like, level up faster and they just level up too slow. Nobody's really sure. But I love them. Again, like you said, I love transforming stuff. Oh no, I wasn't looking. I was looking at chat. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I'm watching a lot of anime too. Oh, nice. I really want to say that I like anime, but honestly, I don't want to call myself a poser because I'm over that stage of my life. But looking back at it, I honestly watched pretty much every, I don't want to say generic, but like highly recommended anime. Like I never actually watched so much anime that I branched out. Because like when I look back at it, like I watched anime since like, almost my childhood. Like one of the first things I remember watching was either Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. And then, I mean, I grew up with Toonami and stuff. But like on the flip side, like I never actually had to branch out because I was just continuously watching whatever the most generic thing was. Honestly, and what's crazy too is I wasn't even a One Piece fan. I remember spending one summer watching like so much anime, but when I looked back at it, I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, so I could officially have like a I've watched both opinion. I watched the Pokemon, is it the Orange Islands? I think it's the Orange Islands is the one with the Crystal Onyx. And then I watched Zoids. Oh, and Season 1 of Digimon. And it was just like, when I look back at that, it was just like, shit, that's basic as fuck. Like, I mean, like, that's so much in one summer to just binge watch. But when I looked back at it, I was just like, man, I'm pretty sure everybody's seen those. Except for maybe Zoids. It's like I just speed ran like everybody's college years. I'm actually super into One Piece now. I will admit that. I have almost no connection or relationship or whatever you want to say with my dad anymore, because he is like about as generic, horrible American redneck as you can imagine. Just like the Trumpiest of the Trump, and I can't tolerate it anymore. It's awful. But growing up, he would pretty much only let me watch, for some reason, Dragon Ball, probably because it had dinosaurs in it, but Dragon Ball Z, or is Dragon Ball? I can't ever remember. I think it's Dragon Ball Z has dinosaurs in it. And then he would let me watch, like, Looney Tunes and stuff. And when it was basically revealed that One Piece was basically Looney Tunes, but in a Japanese manga, I was like, okay, let me see this. And when I started looking at it, I was just like, how did you guys not realize? Like, he literally draws in, like, a rubber hose cartoon style. And then when, like, all the new stuff for One Piece came out, I was just like, oh, shit. It's like, I actually really like this. Like, damn. It's like, I'm never buying it, but I like it. Okay, so let me show you the town stuff. So do you know anything outside of, like, you fight in dungeons about these games? That's crazy. You're a cool carp. I was gonna say a cool cat, but you're a carp. Do you have a favorite kind of carp? I don't think I have a favorite kind of carp. Besides the Nonky, I'd say the Nonky's my favorite carp. You know what, let me save. I'll show you my favorite carp. Oh, there's a fly in my face. Fucking, it's a jam. Oh, we're gonna save here. After the whole thing. You don't know any carps? I'll show you my favorite carp. Anyways, so Dark Cloud and Dark Cloud 2 or Dark Chronicle, depending on where you live, are games about the Atmilia stones. They're basically magical stones that our characters wear. So hers is on her wrist. I don't know if I can show it to you. No, she kind of hides hers. The main character, Max, wears his on his chest, though. It's that red stone. And you use those to time travel in this game. And in the first game, you use them to just collect Atla, which are like stolen resources and stuff that have been turned into like items. It's really weird. I got this name on random generator. Oh, nice. That's what my brother did, and it's Weekly Duckling. That's hilarious. I love those old ones. Sorry, that was the sound of a thing of McDonald's Coke. I'm like a fiend for it. Nice. Well, I'm glad you're vibing. So I'm going to try to throw information at you. You can tell me to shut up if you want to, though. But you use the stones to time travel 100 years. And essentially what happened is an evil figure destroyed the future, and you have to rebuild the past. I think that's how it is. I can't remember, honestly. I've been playing for like 600 hours of just grinding. I honestly don't remember the story exactly. But I'm pretty sure... pretty much, yeah. But like, you actually use this, and you don't see it, but you use this giant robot to like make stuff. And then you can like place it here. Like I'll make a, you know what, I'll move my boat. So like I made this boat out of a bunch of stuff, and then like now I can place it wherever I want. There's a bunch of like challenges and whatnot for like placing so many people in each town. Oh Jesus Christ, this is my fishing boat. Oh Lord, where was it? I don't remember. Alright, fuck it. Oh, wait. Wait. Is it just over here? Oh, it's right there. Let me get back into the screen. So you've got like all these different challenges and stuff like that. Like Shigura Village saved is one I haven't done. The Luna Labs restored. And like as you rebuild things, you go up to these little portals and you use your stone to see how the future has progressed. Honestly, if you see them on sale, like I don't know if you have a PS4, PS5, or if you honestly, I would look into DMing Devil about it. But if you have any interest in checking out these games, I would probably play the first one because I think it has more potential to be the best game ever, but the second game is more refined. Oh, if you have a PS5, I would wait until you see these games on sale. I think they go on sale for like $5 or $6 sometimes. Absolutely worth it. If you want better combat, I would play the second one. If you want just a better overall game, I think the first one has it taken. But the moment you play the second one, you realize that Somebody said it the other day. Who said it? The first game is the most PS1 looking PS2 game ever. Oh, nice. Every so often I'll talk in like Ducky's stream or something and then panic and just be like, oh my god, what did I just say? And then be like, wait, no, they can't hear me. What the fuck? I'm not recording. What was I about to do? Oh, I was gonna show you my favorite carp. All right, 3, 2, 1, flashbang. Oh, it was off. Yeah, you see that? That's 20 years of memory card. That's my childhood memory card. You see all them towers? That's legit. That is 20 years of memory cardage. For a while, I was actually going to make that like my loading thing. But I have 3 of them. 2 of them are dying. Like, dying. I'm pretty sure one of them you have to smack to open it. She plays like a beaut, though. Alright, I'm going to... And I'm going to try to sell you on playing... Oh, wait, no, which one do I want? I want this one. On playing Dark Cloud 2 right now. Are you ready for this? Now, I know you don't like fishing, but let me introduce you to fish raising. So you saw that little... Did you see that little bit of fishing? Or I was in the dungeon already. You didn't see any fishing, did you? What was I doing? I was feeding these guys. Wait till you see my children. Now, don't get your hopes up, because it would take you a long time to get to where I am. Or, well, that's not true. It would take you at least 12 hours to get to where I am. No, 16 hours. I believe in you. 12 hours. Where's Duke? There's my baby. That's everybody, right? They're in the aquarium. Look at my children. This is what 200 hours. These are GMO fish. These cannot be free. These fish are genetically modified. They cannot be released. They're not frozen. Look at them. They're champions. Look at these stats. These are thoroughbreds. Duke? Look at Duke. Duke's my pride and joy. I show you my carp, and this is what you say? Look at this guy. Blanky? Look at Blanky. They can move? What do you mean they can't move? They're fine. What? Oh, get back in the tank, Blanky. Oh yeah, that's my racer. Let's see what other fish you might like. There's the Bobo. There is the Baku Baku. The Umatakara, the Tartan. Hama Hama. Bon. You picked a good favorite. The mustache one's my favorite. It's hard to argue with. Here's some of the other ones, though. These are not their natural color. Well, actually, the one on the far left that's red and yellow, that's his natural colors, actually. These are some of the other fish. I know, right? It's literally my favorite one. That's why I had all 100s. I can actually, wait, I think, well, that's another fish that you haven't seen yet. That one and that one and that one. Those are the last 4 that I have that I can show you. But here are some other colors of that fish. Whoa. Oh wait, there's 2 dukes. Oh, yeah, let's just do that. Oh look, they're talking about something. What are you guys talking about? That's a wonderful screenshot. Oh my god. Look at them, they get along. But this is what this game's all about. No, it's not. It's actually not. But let me show you how fishing works. So you take a fishing rod, and you take one of your baits, So where we are in particular, I could use a petite fish, a menon, a prickly, a mimi, an evie, potato cake, stoneberry, heartthrob cherry, gooey peach, palm nut. But we're gonna use one of these, I think. You know what? We'll use one of these. And it's a little different than Dark Cloud. You didn't see Ducky fish in that game, did you? Did you? No, yeah, she was only running around. She's been running around for like 26 hours. I'd be concerned about her if I didn't do that myself. But you cast it out, you wait. You can go look at it if you want. That's crazy. And we got one. Alright, so I'm gonna wait for the arrows to show up and try to follow those. There's a bar on the right side that fills up with tension, but it only does that if the fish are big. And that is how you catch fish, and then you can just release them back into the water. Oh shit, where did he go? So I would just release him. But I'm actually going to go die in the dungeon, so I can go back to my other save, because depressingly, it wouldn't be till the game after this that level 5 would realize that people want to quit to the main menu without resetting their PS2s, and they wouldn't figure that out just yet. So in the game after this, they'd finally introduce a way to get back to the main menu. So you either have to die or reset your PS2. I'm just gonna go die. And then after I die, I'm gonna hop into the other save and I can show you like the other two towns. But again, the town building is definitely better in the first game. There's more characters in the first game. There's more weapon variety in the first game. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, like, this game is more polished. The, oh my god. Why are you taking so long? Why did I kill him? I should've just waited. God damn it. The first game does, I mean, like, fishing's cool, but, like, the fishing kinda sucks. It's cool. It's really neat, and I like it, but it kinda sucks. Yeah, it's just when it comes to, like... So you get the monsters that you can play as, you get the girl, you get the kid, and then you have a robot that I didn't show you. I can't show you in the other one. But in the first game, you get 6 characters, and it's like, oh, okay, that's much better. The first game also has those back rooms where you get all those cool gems and stuff. I don't know if you caught on to that, but those did not make it into this game, which is kind of a bummer. As a veteran player of Dark Cloud 2, I am kind of bummed that we didn't get the back rooms. They're really cool, but... No, I'd recommend playing the first one and then the second one, because then you can, like... I don't want to say decide for yourself, but I mean literally just decide for yourself. But if you play the second one and then the first one, you're going to have a bias. But like here's the first town you get. It's a little like wooded area, and you got to fill it in. So I put like little houses and stuff. The pots are because you get points for them, so they're just kind of goofily stacked. But this guy has to live here in the middle of the trees because he restores this tree. What's crazy is we don't even know every little secret. And I'm just, like, learning all of them. I was just talking so much shit in Ducky's chat about this, and this is why I talk so much shit, is, like, there's still so much to be learned, but, like, so many people consider themselves the pillar of the community already, and it's just, like, you barely know shit. Like, Like, all you do is iceberg videos. Like, anybody with a Wikipedia can do iceberg videos. Here's the other town. This one kind of sucks, because the idea here is if you look in the bottom right, you have to keep all the houses and stuff, like, balanced, which kind of ruins the theme. I mean, not the theme, but, like, the idea of free will and building it how you want. This one's, like, the first one that takes that from you, and you, like... It's called Balance Valley, but you have to balance everything. I'd show you more, but again, I'm only in Chapter 4, so... There isn't one in the first town. You unlock it in the second. This is the third, and then the one in the beach is the fourth. Yeah, no, they're definitely fun games. I mean, like, if they weren't, people wouldn't be able to grind like this. Like, it's about the mechanics. But in this one, so in the first game, everybody has one weapon, and I'm trying to sell both games equally. In the first game, everybody has one weapon, and there's swords, slingshot, hammer, magic, spear, gun. Keeps getting bigger. I mean, I'm still playing games from 20 years ago. My catalog is just weird at this point. At this point, I just play games and see if I even think they're better than Dark Cloud 2, and if they're not, I return them. Because it's bullshit. So there's 6 different weapons, and then sadly in this game, you only get swords, armbands, and then, well, you get golf clubs, which are for the mini game, but you can't use them as a weapon. But you get guns, which make a return, and then hammers. Also wrenches, but I don't have a wrench at the moment to show you. That's a bold move, Cotton. Oh wait, wrong person. I was gonna say, here's the robot. My robot's a little cooler than most people's robots, so don't get too excited. But it's pretty badass. My favorite version is this one. But it's fucking, it zooms, fucking, it's fast because it's red. You can also change the element of her armband by manipulating which stat's the highest. I currently have purple because, again, I was saying I like to throw hollow purples at people. The rewards you get for leveling up all your monsters is huge as well, but, like, again, by the time you have it done, it's worthless. So, it's kind of just a bragging rights thing. There are... Oh, I should have shown you fish races. There are fish races where you can race the fish. There's fish contests where you turn the fish in. So, like, they put them on a hook and they weigh how much they are. But I've never done one of those. I don't hand my fish over. I'd rather release them back to the wild than hand them over. So, sometimes I just do fish racing with my children that I've bred up. But I wouldn't even say bred. It's mostly, we're pretty much calling it fusion at this point. It's not even fish breeding, because you don't get your fish back. They turn into one fish. I'm currently trying to find out what the biggest fish is. Yeah, so what's wild about that is they don't stop you. That's literally what Ducky's doing in Dark Cloud 1. Shit, wrong button. And then in this game, they didn't want you to be able to get the best weapons immediately because they were like, shit, how do we stop people this time? Like, son of a bitch. So when you try to do it in this game, it says defeat these enemies. And it's like, man, that's bullshit. But what they added was this item called a name change ticket. So if you look at my weapon, it says Sexy Panther +7. If I go to my ultimate weapons on Monica, where is she? What the fuck? Oh, it's because she's Spider Lady. Jesus Christ. There's parentheses around them. Now, that's because I made these ultimate weapons with something called a name change ticket. So, like, it doesn't let you outright get the ultimate weapons, but if you know how, you can get the ultimate weapons, which I do like. And then their next game, Dragon Quest VIII, they kind of... It's kind of a different situation with Dragon Quest VIII because it's its own franchise, but at the same time, if you play all the other level 5 games and then you play Dragon Quest VIII, you can very much tell that it's a level 5 game just with the name Dragon Quest on it. Which is why it's so good, because they can make great games if they're told what to do. But if they're just left to their own devices, it's just a fucking... I don't know, it's a shit show. I don't know how else to describe it. Which, again, is hilarious, because if you just tell them, like, what people like, they'll make an amazing game. Like, people have no time... Like, there's literally no time to argue it. Dragon Quest VIII is the best Dragon Quest. I mean, like, you can make arguments for other Dragon Quests, but they're just... It's it's literally arguments at that point. But it's just so funny when you realize it came from level 5 of all people. And then again, you look at Dark Cloud 1, Dark Chronicle, or Dark Cloud 2, depending on where you are, and Rogue Galaxy, and you're just like, what were these people doing? And again, you realize, oh, their own thing. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Just, like, do what people like. And then you're sitting there for a moment, and it's like, you guys don't know what people like, do you? But I play what I think is fun. And that's pretty much how it goes. And after a long enough time, I thought about sharing my stuff, and I shared for probably 2 years on Instagram. Good old Pokemon community. Oh, I was gonna say this in the other chat. You were saying things are like cults. The 2 best subreddits I've ever come across on all of Reddit are Shiny Pokemon and the Professor Oak Challenge. Those people are wonderful. Are there some assholes in the community? Yes, but that's like literally true for all of society. But those are like some of the most supportive people I've ever met, and all you have to do is like Pokemon. It's incredible. Honestly, the Professor Oak Challenge saved me during COVID. That shit gave me sanity, gave me life. I still haven't finished it, though. If you like Pokemon, I'd check it out. Bug catchers, what the fuck? Hell yeah. What are you catching? Or is it a game? I'm not that cool. Are you actually catching bugs? Oh, nice. How far in are they? Damn. I was hunting for trainer IDs for Gen 9. Gen 7, actually. Not even Gen 9. I'm not even to Gen 9. Oh, let me show you golf real quick, I guess. So here's one of the other mini games. Let me hop into our ride pod real quick. That's really cool. Have you done a Professor Oak challenge? I preach about it all the time, but I might be just preaching to the choir right now and sound like an idiot. I love them. I've, again, never finished the one that I started because I started and I don't know if I'm about to sound like an idiot. So a Professor Oak challenge, so this is the golf. You want to hit the ball into that distortion, but I'm actually going to try to get out of bounds real quick. A Professor Oak challenge is catching every Pokemon available and then evolving it into its highest evolution before defeating each badge. So like in Pokemon Red, you would catch like a Pidgey and get a Pidgeot. You'd get fucking whatever your starter's final form is. You'd get Raticate, Primeape, Ran or whatever. It's ridiculous. They take so long. But on the flip side, once you get to like Gym 4, the game speeds up like exponentially. But they're just really fun. Like you really see a lot. So a lot of people just do them in like tiny bursts. Like they'll try to do like an evolution a day or something like that, like 30 minutes. But the big draw to me was it made shiny hunting even more viable because I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I could farm somewhere and hunt for a shiny and do the Professor Oak challenge, which I just loved. Because I never thought the Professor Oak challenge or shiny hunting was something that was actually worth my time. Wow, that sucked. That was a perfect fucking shot. I got cheated. Trying to bounce it perfectly over to that ledge. Oh, nice. Monotype runs are cool. Damn it. Okay, cheated. So essentially what I wanted to do was perch the ball over on that ledge over there, and the ball would be, it'll ask you when the ball lands, like, do you want to be teleported to the ball? And it would teleport me to the ball, and I would just be out of bounds. But it didn't happen. So what I'm going to try to do is Tiger Woods the shit out of this. Ooh, nice. So, yeah, it's... People do living dexes with them as well. I think it's a bit much. There was one guy who said he was going to do a shiny living dex during COVID, and I just said don't. And he was just like, I'm going to do it. And I don't think he ever finished it, but I never even finished a regular. Well, it's not even a regular run. I'm doing a Professor Oak Dream Team quest of Pokemon Crystal Virtual Console on my 3DS. So I'm trying to catch, like, my favorite shiny Pokemon and a Professor Oak challenge. I used to do a lot of trading back in the day. Back in X and Y. X and Y was when I did all my trading. That was back when, like, the Global Trade Center was poppin'. Or system? Global Trade, GTS, yeah. What's funny, too, is, like, you'd have to go back to, like, Generation 4. People were generating shinies, like, way back in Gen 5, too. And I'd hate to say it, but I was one of them. I didn't, like, do anything nefarious with them, but I literally got to the point where I was just like, man, I can't keep up online. Like, if you want a competitive team, it takes forever to breed one. Except for X and Y. They made breeding teams in X and Y, like, it was so good. The fact that they never brought back X and Y mechanics is just absurd. I don't think they ever got rid of, like, the Destiny Knot and the Everstone mechanics, but, like, Lumino City just being a circle and fucking putting a paperclip in your goddamn controller, walking away and coming back 20 minutes later and there's a fucking batch of 5 eggs hatching, and it's like, yes please. But I can literally remember the day that people discovered chain fishing in, like, X and Y, and all of a sudden the fucking global trade system was just flooded with water type shinies. It was crazy. I think I just lost that experience. Everybody assumed it was a glitch at first, but then it was just like, oh shit. What is it? Like chain fishing, dude. You gotta catch yourself in artillery. And it was like, what is it? Is it a glitch? Like, no, dude, it's legit. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, like, I remember the only valuable water type people wanted anymore was like a chain fished polytoad or something like that. But I do a lot of, well, I don't do a lot. I used to. I gave up pretty much on my Celebi hunt. But I used to do a lot of Generation 2 Celebi hunting and stuff. I say Celebi hunting because I've been hunting it for like 3 years. I spent 8 months hunting a Ghastly. Oh, yeah, I don't even... I finally get how Devil feels. Oh my god. Is this how he feels whenever I do my copy pasta about the keychains and keyblades? Did you know that you actually collect keychains instead of keyblade, but they retconned it? I will admit, as I've played all of the games over the last 2 years, I can see more and more how Rogue Galaxy has pieces of Dark Cloud 3 in it. But, like, saying that it's Dark Cloud 3 is just an insult to everybody. Nobody wins in that situation. And I have firsthand seen what that kind of talk does to a community. Because one of the other games I've played that has more or less ended up in the Dark Cloud situation is the Dino Crisis series. And if you didn't know this, Dino Crisis is... what did they call it? I think it's called Panic Horror. It's a different genre, technically. But anyways, it was developed by Capcom. I mean, okay, so my argument against that is so does Dragon Quest VIII. But, no, I get it. Yeah, because Dragon Quest VIII was made on the Dark Cloud 3 engine. They were going to make Dark Cloud 3. I don't know what happened at the pitch meeting, but, like, again, if you play all the games, Rogue Galaxy it's just bad. Rogue Galaxy is Sony being like, hey, look at these other games that are doing super well. Why don't you copy them? And they're just like, fine. Because I don't know if you've played Final Fantasy XII, but the main character from Rogue Galaxy is the exact same as Final Fantasy XII. And then if you reduce it even further, he's just Luke from Star Wars. But, like, there's redeeming qualities to Rogue Galaxy, but again, they're all just the fact that Level 5's a good company. But yeah, nobody wins calling Rogue Galaxy Dark Cloud 3. I still need to get the guy's name, but there was this guy that was super pissy on Reddit for like he was pissy for like 2 years, 4 years ago. But he was just basically like, I'm so tired of people calling it Dark Cloud 3. Quit calling it Dark Cloud 3. It's Dark Cloud and Dark Chronicle. Dark Cloud 2 only exists in North America. If it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be Dark C-word. And it was just like, oh yeah, he's got a point. But anyways, I don't know. I've been playing Rogue Galaxy, and it has different combat. It has a whole different, like, projection of gameplay. Like, both Dark Cloud games have random generated dungeons that you explore, for materials to rebuild the world. Rogue Galaxy is just a predetermined world that you run around in and get in random JRPG battles. It's like, I mean, they're literally two different games. It's so, like, it's so wild that people consider them sequels to each other, outside of the fact that, like, Level 5 wanted to make Dark Cloud 3 and then weren't allowed to make Dark Cloud 3. Yeah, like, it's really interesting, but it really doesn't go further than they wanted to make Dark Cloud 3 and then they weren't allowed to make it. Because, like, I mean, again, outside of, like, they had fucking a game made already, there's just no similarities. Because I mean, there's actual concept art from Dark Cloud 3, and it's not in Rogue Galaxy. The main characters don't even look like they got scrapped that much. I wouldn't even, like, again, I wouldn't even trust him at this point, now that I've played the games enough. It'd be wild. There's so, because this is what I want, like, if I was, again, I would want to play Dark Cloud 1 first, because there's so much stuff in that game that didn't make it to this game that you want to enjoy first, because so far my experience has just been like, why the fuck is this not in Dark Cloud 2? And it's like, I'm not mad, but I'm just confused. And again, what I'm realizing is, it's just they don't fucking know what people like. They know how to make fun games. But it's the same thing with Pokemon. It's just like, why the fuck did you not bring back one of the best features of your game? It's like, I don't know. I just didn't want to. And it's like, that's what everybody liked about it. And it's like, really? Like, that was just a small feature. And it's like, what do you mean, really? It's the first game ever that your Pokemon got to follow you and you took it out. And it's just like, I don't know. We didn't think people would like it. But, I don't know. I've been playing it for 20 years. I still like the game. Can you give a better recommendation? See, and here's what's wild. Yes. I think yes from some of us. Probably, honestly, I'd say it's 50-50. I think if you actually got all the, like, real fans of this game, I'd say it'd just be a legit 50-50. I think half of them would have it too hyped up in their heads. Well, no. I'd say it's 50-25-25. Half of them would just... Oh, I fucking... Whoops. Half of them would just probably overhype it in their heads. 25% of them would probably just be, like, not ever accepting of it. Not that they overhyped it, but just, like, it would just already be in their minds that it's just never going to be good enough. They've predetermined that it's not going to be fun. And then there'd be a quarter who probably just play it no matter what. And then, I mean, obviously there's going to be, like, miniature groups within that. But truth be told, I just don't think it'd be similar. Kind of. Because, like, people who... And I think it's the same thing for Pokemon almost at this point. Like, it depends on when you joined the gaming, like, landscape. Because, like, I think there'd be enough people nowadays who have started playing within the last few years who would play Dark Cloud 3 made in, like, 2025, and they'd be like, this shit's great, what are you guys talking about? It's wonderful, I love it. This is one of my favorite games of all time. And it's like, I've been playing this game for 20 years. How long have you been playing? 2? Not a true fan. But, like, it doesn't fucking matter. But again, I think on the flip side, it would just... Honestly, yeah. And I don't want to listen to that stuff, but my problem with Kingdom Hearts 3 was purely, like... I think it was the one time I think I looked at the game and actually felt like, ooh, am I a Disney kid? And after watching it played a little bit, it is a little too heavy on the Disney for me. Um, but honestly, after hearing that it's, I think, the only Kingdom Hearts game, and crazily enough, I grew up on Disney as well. But I just wouldn't consider myself like a Disney adult. But like I grew up with Kingdom Hearts. I grew up watching fucking Tarzan constantly. Um, Dinosaurs was one of my favorite movies as well. But I don't know. I also was a huge Final Fantasy person, so like that was a big draw for me. So when they took that away, it kind of like, oh. I would say that again, there was never a point where I lost my Disneyness, so that's why I don't want to say that I'm a Disney adult or anything, but like, honestly, I'd have to say it's more than, again, I'm like a Kingdom Hearts fan. Absolutely. I'm glad that it's yours too. Wonderful. Wonderful. Excellent. I'm glad to have you around. I know, it's hard to find anybody else who ever talks about Dinosaur. I'm glad to have you. I'd have banned you if you said anything else. Wow, it is bad. You never find anybody to talk about it. I was gauging your reaction on that, but yeah, it's hard. You never meet anybody. Oh, reconnecting to chat. Okay, something happened here. Did I get kicked? It says reconnecting to chat. What happened here? Oh, I just finally found somebody to talk about Dinosaur with. Okay, wonderful. It says I was reconnecting to chat, which was confusing. Man, I have not seen a single ABS coin today. They don't exist. Oh, bullshit. I called you out and you can saw my bluff. Oof, I've probably seen a very small percentage of all the Disney movies, but I would say I've probably seen every one of the Golden Age Disney movies. The Golden Era. Up until probably Stitch. Does the Golden Era go past Stitch, really? Again, I wouldn't say I was a Disney kid or Disney adult because I didn't continue watching them, besides Tarzan. But, like, can you even judge somebody for that? Because the soundtrack just... Oh! To this day, the Tarzan soundtrack is one of the greatest of all time. Oh, nice. Honestly, I would probably just say that anime ruined Disney for me. Even more so when I learned that Disney had a hand in localizing Miyazaki films. Because that's when I... Okay, so what's like the 90s era called then? When shit was actually good and wasn't drawn by people hopped up on tabs of acid. Renaissance. Oh, that makes sense. When everybody was on cocaine instead. And adding weird, racist, and sexual imagery in the backgrounds. Sometimes in the foreground. Good old cartoons. No, I remember going to a birthday party in probably 6th or 7th grade. And they were just like, do you guys want to watch this movie called Spirited Away? I just remember thinking like, oh, I guess. Like, we were about to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, I didn't know any of this. Thank you for sharing information with me. But it was just like, why are we watching this movie instead of playing Yu-Gi-Oh? And then like half an hour later, I was just like, what is this movie called? And like, Spirited Away. And then I saw Princess Mononoke. Mononoke. And it was just like, okay, this shit's fucking great. And then I saw Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, and I pretty much decided that I never needed to see another movie again. And it was just like, I'm good. And then it would be about 20 years later, and I'd watch another movie. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to handle today. This is a long grind. Seen Grave of the Fireflies? No, I have not seen that yet. If I see anything next, it has to be The Boy and the Heron. I have to see that. Although, if I spend any money here soon, I think I'm going to buy Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. Actually, I might just buy all of it on Blu-ray. Yeah, no, I didn't want to be a little COVID loser, but I was a little COVID loser, and I didn't go and see it in theaters, but, like, I also didn't want to fucking get sick, because the people I live near are all, like, super spreaders, if there's a way to judge people even harder. But, like, I live in an area when, like, the super spreader bullshit was going on, so, like, I know my neighbors. The motherfuckers are always sick. Motherfucking chickenpox parties for COVID. But I didn't go. I was like, you know what, I'll watch it at home. And then I never fucking watched it at home either. And I was just like, I should have seen it in theaters. I should have just worn my fucking mask and been a little bitch baby about it. But I didn't go. Ooh, nice. I never got into any of Demon Slayer, but I do have a mad respect for the anime that, like, pushes all the other animes forward every year. It's actually how I got into Jujutsu Kaisen. It was just the anime where everybody was like, have you checked this out yet? Have you checked this out yet? And I was like, no, Jesus fucking Christ, leave me alone. And then finally I checked it out and it was like, oh, okay. But yeah, Demon Slayer basically had the art that, like, everybody was trying to keep up with for a while there. Yeah. Well, you know, I've been saying a lot of stuff, but I did watch Attack on Titan religiously as it came out. I missed the final season because my Hulu account was just getting, like, too taxing on my bank account. I should say my mom's bank account. And it made me feel bad because I was the only one binge watching stuff on Hulu because she literally does not watch TV. It's, like, incredible how little, like, visual entertainment she consumes. It's crazy. Oh, I got it. That was crazy. End of season 1 of what? Of Attack on Titan? Oh, yeah, we were talking about that because she skipped the fucking intro. I am so sorry. Honestly, and I don't even have a problem saying this, Attack on Titan is probably one of the greatest shows ever to watch. Like, if you're into that style of show, it's easily one of the greatest shows to ever watch. I have no problem saying that. Start to finish, phenomenal time. Are there some bad plot points? Yes, but there are in every show. But, like, start to finish, I think Attack on Titan is one of the greatest experiences you can sit down and just enjoy. It's a masterpiece, too. Like, it gets moved around art style-wise, but it always finds its footing. I grew up as a ninja kid. I loved Naruto, but honestly, I remember waking up and, like, thinking to myself, like, okay, tonight's, like, one of the big episodes in Naruto. Like, I'm so stoked. And, like, I remember the episode ending. Like, I was falling asleep, and I remember waking up to the end of the episode and being like, no, I fell asleep! And it ended with Naruto farting in the face of a beetle. And I just remember thinking, like, are you fucking with me? Are you fucking with me right now? And, like, I never went back. Which is a lie, because I ended up going back and watching, like, all of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, like, right before Boruto came out. And thankfully, I was so burnt out that I didn't even watch Boruto. But, like, I used to sit in class and draw, like, Gamabunta and Shikaku and stuff like that, because I, like, love that. Like, that arc was so big when I was growing up. Everybody knew about the fight between those two. It was huge. There's just, I honestly, I don't feel like there's a point. As a kid, I mean, as a kid, it was Gamabunta. But as like an actual character, which really weird, it wasn't Jiraiya, it was Kakashi. Oh, I was definitely a Sasuke over Naruto kid, but I liked Kakashi. I always thought we were going to get a different story from Kakashi, because I can't remember what the scene is, and maybe it's just translation. But I could have sworn we were going to get something from Kakashi getting his eye from Orochimaru. I thought it was going to go an entirely different way. What's funny is when I was a kid and I got out of Naruto, when Kisame became a big character in Shippuden, he became my favorite character for a while. But then when I actually sat down and watched it, it was Jiraiya all the way. No, but so again, there's like a certain line in the original series, and it might only be the English translation or something, but Orochimaru definitely says something about how, like, he helped Kakashi with his eyes or something like that. Like, it's really ambiguous, but he totally hints at it. But it's like, I think before the, like, Sasuke-Gaara fight even. Or it's right after that. Yeah, no, Jiraiya's fight is one of my favorites. Of just, like, it's so good. You get to see, like, every good ninja, like, type of ninjutsu. There's an insane genjutsu. You've got taijutsu going. Well, not really taijutsu, but, I mean, they're just fucking all over the place. It's just so good. It could have been. Yeah, but, I mean, that was Shippuden, so, like, I'd have to go back and, like, recheck, because I'm not even sure if, like, Kishimoto knew what he was doing at, like, the moment I was talking about. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember Adult Swim doing a Naruto marathon that led all the way up to the new episode that, like, aired right after the Sannin deadlock or whatever. And I remember having to go to my mom's house from my dad's house, like the weekend, because I'd spent every other weekend at my dad's house because I had the lovely experience of divorced parents. I remember getting to the episode of like the Sanin deadlock and being like, no, I'm gonna miss the new episode. Like I just caught up all weekend. Oh my god. It took forever for me to finally find out what happened after the Sanin deadlock. I would say Itachi's probably my favorite character, but I do fall into the fact that I just said I twice. I fall into the group of people who do not like the Izanagi and the what's the fucking other one? Yeah, what they did to Tsunade was just like, and again, they're not beating the allegations until I see it otherwise, but like, mangakas really suck at writing female characters. They do. Like, they genuinely, as soon as they write a good one, they can't do it, and it's kind of fucking weird. Because, like, when she's first introduced, she's cool as shit, and then she's immediately nerfed. It's like, kind of weird. And, like, I get it. Some people are just, you know... Yeah, I don't really understand that completely, because it was specifically shown that Sasuke had to use, fire manipulation to protect himself because the Raikage was just gonna fucking chop through his Susanoo. So, like, yeah, it gets kind of weird. But I don't even think people want to talk about that part because you get too close to Zetsu, and things get weird. I read this one Reddit post one time where somebody found, like, an early clip of Kishimoto talking about Naruto, and they were like, do you have any idea, like, how you want to take this? And he basically said that, like, his dream was to always write an anime where there was giant mechs fighting, and it honestly explains the end of Naruto so much better. He essentially just never got to write his mech anime and switched Naruto into being, like, outer space mech shit. And it's like, oh, you should have just said that. But it's like a super old interview, if I remember. I don't even have, like, the source on it. But I remember reading that at one point and just being like, you know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Where is that? Okay, that's not a good one. Oh, wait, was that the last one? 22. It was not. Alright, I think I got one more run in me. Thank you for being here. This is like an awful grind. It really is. I do like chatting. I pop into other people's chats and sometimes I feel like I'm overbearing them, but I like it in my chat. Especially when I'm fishing. Oh my gosh. I literally cannot do my fishing streams anymore by myself. They're just so boring. I used to be able to just sit here and fish and love it and enjoy it, but it got to the point where it was just like, man, I could be doing anything else. But if I have somebody to talk to, I can do almost anything, except for treat my body properly. I'm kidding. No, I'm not actually. I have like a horrible sugar addiction.
Very good. Here you are.
It's because my body doesn't release dopamine correctly, so I crave it. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You can type as much as you want. Although, I will say I do give a shit that you have not played Dark Cloud. No, I'm kidding. So I was talking about this in Ducky's stream where you said, why don't you just create your own community? If you play Dark Cloud or Dark Cloud 2, honestly, if you play any game that has fishing in it, I do actually have my own subreddit, and you can post as much as you want. I didn't have the forethought to make it about, like, all things video gaming. I just made it about video game fishing. But if you ever want to post, you are more than welcome to post in my subreddit. But it is about fishing. Actually, it was specifically supposed to be about Dark Cloud fishing, because I was just like, fuck the Dark Cloud community, I'm taking over. But it didn't work. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fucking enemies. I started using it during the pandemic. Actually, no, I started using it right before the pandemic, and then I basically became addicted to it. I used to use Instagram, but I stopped using Instagram when it was just like, yes, I found another hashtag I like. I like this hashtag. And it's like, okay, let's try to figure out the community. Okay, what's hot? Okay. Okay, post your picture like this, post it at this time of day. People like clean borders. Okay, okay. Why are all the top 5 most liked pictures just really attractive people holding said item? Like, oh, this kind of sucks. So I got off Instagram, and it was just like, okay, where do I go? Facebook? No, Facebook sucks. Discord? No, I don't want to use Discord. So I went to Reddit. Yeah, I could see that being probably the best place for that specifically. That is level 23. No, my obsession for Reddit just comes from the fact that, like, there is a subreddit for everything. And if there isn't, you're probably going to have a hard time finding a community for it. But the problem I have found with Reddit is that on every community, there's, like, 2 or 3 people who just think they're the best because they've been there the longest. And it's just like, okay, I'm good on that now. I've literally had groups of people try to chase me off their subreddits because they don't like me. Like Dragon's Dogma, I do not fucking interact with the Dragon's Dogma Reddit community anymore because there's like 4 or 5 people there who will just downvote my posts anytime I post. Yeah, the difference is Reddit actually lets you downvote people. No, I just despise that game. But I do play Dragon's Dogma. I played 10 minutes of Dragon's Dogma, and it made me so sad that I wouldn't shut up for like a week. No, I hate being a gatekeeper or anything like that, but like, the start to the original Dragon's Dogma is such an emotional experience for me, because like, I didn't get it on release day, but all of my friends hyped it up to be like the greatest game ever, and I remember turning on my 360 and hearing that Into B or Into Free song, whatever it's called, and just being like, wow, this is fucking intense. And then all of a sudden you're thrown into the start of Dragon's Dogma. Oh, nice. Yeah, like, I'm sure it's fun, but like, it made me so mad that one of their selling points for the game was like, oh, it's his dream of the game that he always wanted to make. And it's just like, it's so different from the first one and how it started and stuff like that, that it's just like, okay, what do you mean? Like, so is the first game not his dream? Like, are we just supposed to forget this game entirely? Because, I don't want to say the joke, but like, the laughing matter of Dragon's Dogma was that they only finished like 40% of the game. Like, they never finished it. They basically looked at it and went, this is gonna cost too much and people like Skyrim. Let's just release it. So when they came out and said that Dragon's Dogma 2 was like their actual vision for the game, it was basically just like, oh, okay, so like you actually did scam us with Dragon's Dogma. Like if Dragon's Dogma 2 was what it was supposed to be, like what the fuck have we been playing? Like the demo? Have I bought 3 demos from you guys? I got one more in me. But no, I was so hyped for that game, but it was just like, ugh. Yeah, so like, and I don't doubt that because again, it's made in the Resident Evil engine. So it's just like, is it really, like, are we going to get Dragon's Dogma 3 in 10 years and you're just going to be like, no, okay, this time, this is what I wanted. And it's just like, I don't trust you people anymore. Oh, I never even finished what I was saying earlier because I have ADD like a motherfucker. So Capcom's gonna Capcom. They made Dino Crisis 1 and Dino Crisis 2. Dino Crisis 1 is a psychological horror based off of Resident Evil, except the dinosaurs track you down if you're bleeding more. So, like, the more damage you take, the more the monsters hunt you down. Dino Crisis 2 is an arcade shooter where you run around shooting dinosaurs with machine guns and flamethrowers. Dino Crisis 3 is a borderline mech shooter where you wear an exosuit in Super New York City in the year 3000 or something like that, fighting, like, aliens. Well, technically they're all aliens. But, like, they're, like, no longer dinosaurs from the future or another planet, so they're not technically dinosaurs. They're, like, legit aliens at this point. And then there was, like, nothing for 15 years on Dino Crisis. And then all of a sudden Capcom released this video of the main character from Dino Crisis in this helicopter getting ready to fight a bunch of dinosaurs. And people were like, oh, holy shit, like they're releasing another Dino Crisis. And then all of a sudden, before you knew it, they were releasing Exoprimal, this fucking microtransaction shit show of a live service game where you shoot dinosaurs and shit. And it was just like, okay. It's like, this is literally the definition of nostalgia bait. It's like you are using characters from one of your other franchises to try and sell a different game. It's like, this is the definition of shitty Capcom. Oh, nice. Yeah, feed them babies. But it was at that moment that I was like, okay, I don't think I can trust you guys at all, but I'm still gonna get Dragon's Dogma 2 because, I mean, like, even if you complete 40% of the game, it's still gotta be good. But no, I mean, just, it's literally an online multiplayer shooter. Like, the original Dino Crisis was a PS1 fucking psychological horror game, Resident Evil dinosaur knockoff. And then, again, it's like you can't even call Exoprimal, like, a sequel. Oh, yeah, I was talking about how Rogue Galaxy isn't a sequel to, like, Dark Cloud. So, like, Exoprimal is technically a sequel to Dino Crisis, but calling it a sequel to Dino Crisis does nobody a favor. So, like, none of the fans even want to associate the two. But I find it really funny that a lot of the Dark Cloud fans are like, yeah, Rogue Galaxy is Dark Cloud 3. And it's just like, oh. It's like, I see what you mean, but can we not? But it's just, I don't know, at this point it's more of a pet peeve than anything. Because for, like, a small window of time, I was actually really hopeful and thinking that Rogue Galaxy actually was our answer to Dark Cloud 3, and everybody was just ignoring it. But then I played it myself, and it was just like, okay, I can see why all the big fucking, like, Dark Cloud players and stuff like that don't actually talk about Rogue Galaxy. Like, they just continuously talk about their favorite game. And it's because Rogue Galaxy's cool, and it has a lot of similarities and stuff like that, but it ends there. it's cool and it has similarities. But like as soon as you start looking at the similarities, they're not that similar. But I don't know. I think in the next 5 years, if I keep my trajectory the exact same that I have been for this last year, I'm gonna be the Dark Cloud guy. Honestly, you know what? Bigger than that. I'm gonna be the level 5 guy. Welcome back. I hope you heard all of that like you said you could. But here soon, Devil's gonna help me with my Dragon Quest VIII setup. So I'm gonna start streaming Dragon Quest VIII. I already stream Rogue Galaxy, Dark Cloud, and Dark Cloud 2. So the only things I need to do are play their new games. But I really don't even want to play their new games. I just want to play these ones. I actually have Dragon Quest IX already. But that's kind of out of the question. I'm already going to be playing the 3DS version of Dragon Quest VIII. I didn't even want to be a retro gamer when I started. My first streams are all of... Oh, we're done. Are all of Conan Exiles. Oh, 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's exactly when I like to end my videos. Perfect. So let's pick another monster. Who should I work on next? Skeleton or rat? Hi, Jojo. I'll feed you here in a minute. So, here, I'll give you this. This one turns into either a pirate or a demon skeleton, and this one turns into a rat with a hat or a hunting fox with a gun. Gotta go rat. Nice call. You didn't even know about the fox with a gun. Hi, baby. Oh, I'll feed you too. Guess what? Somebody else just fed their kitty cats. But I'm guessing their cat doesn't repeatedly headbutt the chair they're sitting in. Don't jump up here. I love you, little girl, but you weigh way too much to jump up in this chair. You're hitting my microphone or something, or the weight of you clawing into my legs is gonna make me scream. Nice call on the rat. That's what I would have done. The skeleton would be my favorite, but they don't let him block, despite the fact that he has a shield, and it really upsets me. I hear you. I'm gonna end the episode and feed you here in a moment. Let me just wrap it up. I always wrap up my episodes, Jojo. Let me wrap it up. Little baby. She is named after Josie and the Pussycats from those old Cartoon Network, or Hanna-Barbera? I think it was Hanna-Barbera before Cartoon Network. Segments. And then there's June, which is named after the character from Avatar: The Last Airbender that rides the sheer shoe. And then Jiraiya. And Jiraiya is a white flame point Siamese. The other two are tortoiseshells. Well, JoJo's a Duluth tortoiseshell. She's special. She's special. But they are all rescue. They are street cats. They are beautiful-ass street cats. I live in, like, a rural area that has, like, metropolitan shit nearby. So, like, the cats are just fucking bad. Like, there are so many fucking kittens every year that, like, when I finally wanted to get cats because I moved in with my mom and she was just like, okay, you can get cats if you're moving in to watch my dog. Hi, baby. Oh, look at you. I'll feed you in a moment. Oh, you're standing up tall. You're a big fucking guy. How are you so tall? Shit. I've never seen you stretch so much. You're a big fucking cat. That's like 4 feet. You're a big fucking cat. I'm sitting on a bar stool, and she just stretched the whole way. Damn. But when it was like time to go adopt a cat, like we literally got to pick what we wanted. And I wanted tortoise shells, which I know is weird, but again, like there's so many cats that you got to pick what you wanted. One of the people we went to get one of the cats from had 5 pregnant cats, like on standby, and the cat we were getting one from was just literally she had given birth in like the tub not like super long ago, but it was at like the 6-week mark. But she was just like, I've got a bunch of bathrooms and each one has a cat in it, and it was just like, what the fuck, lady? Like, how do you live like this? But she was part of it. Hi, yes, I'm finishing up. I'm talking about you. But when we went to go adopt JoJo as the second tortoiseshell, she had like bonded with her brother as the last litter mate, which was Jiraiya. Actually, here, let me see if I can. I don't know if I can do it anymore because I have the filter on. Actually, you know what? Here, I'll do this. YouTube, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the video though for you because you know what? I'll try. I'm gonna turn. Let's. You might get some feedback sound. Here, you know what? This will be the best way to do it. Who wants to come talk on the internet? Jojo. You want to come talk on the internet? Come here. Come on. Let me see if I can do this. Jojo? Give me 1 second. I'm getting their food ready. You should start hearing cat sounds in a moment. Jojo. Hey, come here. Jojo. Say something. Oh, no, not that. Wait, is it... Which way should I do my threshold? Oh god, have I done it the wrong way? I actually don't know. Shit. She's in the chair. I'm trying to get her to say something. They usually talk a lot. Alright, sorry YouTube. I'm gonna end it because the video is gonna go long.